Before I let you get on out of here, switching subjects for a quick second. I don't know if I've looked more forward to a playoff series in recent memory than I'm looking forward to Denver versus Minnesota because of this brother, Anthony Edwards. I think MJ, Kobe, and I remember who I waited for to follow. I'm talking about of that ilk. And then this brother, Anthony Edwards, comes along. And I think he has arrived, Wendy. I think if he beats Denver, he will have officially arrived. Although some would say he's arrived already. Where do you stand?
Well, you're talking about an organization that the last time they won a playoff series, he was 2 years old. And he is 22 now. And I got a chance to spend a month with Anthony overseas last year with Team USA as they played in the World Cup. And getting to know him a little bit, seeing him on a pretty much daily basis and watching him play in that setting with other great players, he was phenomenal to learn more about. He has a very great spirit about his game. And I think he's not a conventional leader, but I think he is a leader. He stands up for his teammates. Mm-hmm. He plays at both ends of the court. He wants to be someone who follows. He has sort of a funny way and an unconventional way of tweaking his teammates and talking about his teammates. He is, as you would say, he is box office. If you don't think that this guy is electrifying, I invite you to watch one single game. He left the Phoenix Suns' jaws on the floor a couple of nights ago when Booker and KD both played awesome games and were completely outplayed by this guy on their home court in the fourth quarter in his first ever closeout game. This guy is going to be the future of the NBA. He is going to be on Christmas Day. He is going to be on opening night. He is going to be on Sunday afternoon and Saturday night. He is going to be on the sides of buildings, even though he plays in Minnesota. He is absolutely that type of player. And this is a great opportunity for him. And while we all admit that Denver is a beautiful, well-oiled machine, they are not as deep as they were last year. And they are a little bit vulnerable. The Lakers showed that. The Lakers outplayed the Nuggets for a huge portion of the series. That team last year went 16-5 in the playoffs, and totally washed out the over the last two rounds. They weren't even really tested in the last two rounds. That it was not the case. They were really tested by the Lakers in this series. And so I would say that I give Denver the edge, but Minnesota is designed to compete with them. They have the size, they have the depth, they have the star player, and I agree with you. This is appointment television. And when has anybody ever said that about the Timberwolves?
Last question. If I had told you a couple of years ago that teammates Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving would be disbanded and separated, but Kyrie Irving and James Harden would be in better situations, futures looking brighter than Kevin Durant, what would you have told me then? And how do you feel about what you've witnessed now with Kevin Durant?
I really wonder what Kevin truly thinks about watching Kyrie, because what Kyrie is doing with Luka is what the dream was. And it's only been this season, and they're only in the first round, and they could lose this series very easily, and they could really not be any further than they got in Brooklyn. But this Kyrie is what KD wanted to play with. And Luka offering support to Kyrie, Kyrie offering support there. It's remarkable. And the way I described what happened in Brooklyn was that was a basketball tragedy. There are many other tragedies that take place in the world. I want to clarify that. But that was a grouping of players that had the opportunity to be extremely special. And not only that, Kyrie is a joy to watch play basketball. Kevin Durant is a joy to watch play basketball. I don't love watching James Harden, but there's a mastery in the way he plays when he's at his best that a lot of people enjoy, and you have to respect it. Those guys playing together had the potential to have a run like we saw with the Miami Heat. I have such fond memories of those springs in Miami with the white hot playoffs and all that stuff, and watching those big games. Even when they lost, you have great memories of that. That should have and could have been the Brooklyn Nets. It fractured into 1,000 pieces, and KD is, right now he's got to be sitting at home thinking, what happened? And that's the thing. KD has, the only thing that's eluded him is happiness. He hasn't been able to have it. Kyrie is happy right now, and I really wonder how he feels about that.
Wow. The great NBA senior writer extraordinaire, the one and only Brian Windhorst, right here with yours truly, Stephen A. Appreciate you as always, my man. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
All right, take care. Make sure you watch Brian Windhorst all over NBA Today again as well.